Good evening, everyone. I am just now starting our live feed freshly directly from my little bunker here in Astoria, Queens. And do I have a topic of conversation for you tonight? We're going to be discussing a number of items from the coronavirus to the new Kawasaki uh, mysterious bug that came out of nowhere. And we're going to be discussing the new possibility that President Obama and Vice President Biden work together to create the Russian Gate hoax. Very interesting topic. First, I'll give you today's background news here in the city of New York. Today, we have reports from the NYPD, Consumer Affairs Department, that several businesses have been fined up to $20,000 for price gouging and hoarding products. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It can only happen here in New York, where they're price gouging people. It's happened to me in one particular respect. I'll give you an example. A couple of days ago, a few days ago, maybe last week, I think it was, I wanted to buy one of those little Debbie Doodle cakes that went for 50 cents. It's like the oatmeal cake, two little oatmeal cookies filled in with vanilla. And like I said, it was 50 cents. And the guy looks at it and charges me $1. And I said to the young chap, young man, it ain't $1. It's 50 cents. And he apologized. Could have been a mistake. I could be wrong. I am probably wrong, but still, I found it very, very suspicious that he just arbitrarily picked $1 for a little Debbie Doodle cake that's about this yay big with cream filling. And in fact, I put it down. I could literally open my mouth and put it in, and it's all done. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. He tried to gouge me for 50 cents more. That's how it is here. On top of that, we have one barber shop in the neighborhood on 46th Street in Sunnyside, where the guy was performing his business as a barber, but it was hush hush, quiet. Shh, shh, don't say nothing. It's all quiet. I'm looking at that pesky wabbit. Where's that wabbit? Well, someone, a rat. That's what I think of that. A rat ratted him out. And the police came to his establishment, fined him $20,000, and fined the poor young man anywhere from, I think it was $100 to $1,000. And they're criminal complaints, mind you. They're not civil penalties. They are criminal complaints. So they have to go to court, criminal court, and appear before a judge. That's right. And today, it happened again. Another person ratted out one of the local barber shops. She was there innocently taking care of her husband. Her husband needed a haircut, and she heard the bang, 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 knock on the door. And who did you see? The boys in blue, NYPD blue, demanding that she get the heck out of the place or they're going to arrest them. That's right. Isn't that awful? You own the property. It's your property. It's legally yours. You have a license. You paid through your nose to get these licenses, and they're going to throw you in jail. That's a smart move. We don't know how clean and sanitary these New York jails are, but I'm going to clap the bracelets on you and put you away. And you might contract something, some rare unknown whatever mystery thing in one of those jails. Smart move, Mr. De Blasio. Smart move, smart move. You're thinking on all four cylinders, minus the gasoline. That's right. You're not even running a bit of gasoline in those cylinders. But I digress. I digress. That's one of my favorite hobbies, digressing. So that was two of interesting little things that went on today. Then one of my close friends, her name is Nancy. She jumped. Then she went into the office and said, I was walking down the street and I saw these cops get out of the cop cars and they all fanned out, walking the hood. walk in the neighborhood, walk looking into businesses to see who's violating what and who's doing what. Yeah, it's right, my friends. They had nothing better to do. Meanwhile, the criminals are being criminals, and the drug dealers are being drug dealing, and everything else, and they're busting people's butt. Now, there's an interesting channel here. Shout out to my best friend Terry Vera in lovely, beautiful Los Angeles. You should check out his channel, Tony Vera 1909. It's a fabulous channel. It's excellent. He loves Venice Beach, and he's a paparazzi. Well, first of all, he's a paparazzi, a really, really good paparazzi. He's famous throughout all the world, and he also does. Well, I believe he's a magician. He does all sorts of things. He's an old vaudeville guy. That's what I feel that he is. He's a vaudevillian. He has the personality and character. At least to me, he does. And he's inspired me and given me some good pointers. But once again, I digress. One of my faults, many of my faults that I have. Anyway, you check out his channel, please do. I push it all the time. So check out Tony Vera 1909, and you'll see how great he is. I'll look for him on the web. He's all over the place. So, what else is happening here in the lovely city of New York? Our governor said actually on Wednesday, our governor went on a tirade about people not wanting to wear the masks. Oh, the masks. He doesn't want us to wear it. He was very upset. Why aren't these people wearing the mask? They're selfish. They're not protecting people. I got news for you, Governor. You should do a little bit of research about how bad these masks are. Okay, when we inhale fresh oxygen, right? When we exhale, what do you call it? Carbon dioxide. You have the mask over your face, and you're inhaling your own carbon monoxide. That isn't healthy for you. Look it up. There's a scientific term that's used for it. And it affects your brain, your thinking processes, and your heart, and it weakens your immune system. Now, there is one benefit to it. Since you have to inhale and exhale harder, it gives a little more exercise to the lungs. Well, actually, it's the diaphragm. When you take a breath, diaphragm fills up, or actually the air fills up, puts the diaphragm down. The diaphragm controls the exhale. But let's go on from there. I think you should do a little bit of research on how unhealthy it is to wear those masks. That's why when I'm not around anybody, I take it off and I inhale some fresh air. When I see somebody, I put it back on and I take it off again. And then I can say something if people are spooked when they see me walking up the street with my mask off. I got the mask on, dangling on my ear with my headphones, but they're scared. They assume I might have this thing. Well, I can say the same of them. You have the virus? Do you? That's why you're wearing the mask. It's to protect yourself from me or vice versa. I don't get it. People are so scared. Let me throw in a little interesting story for you. I was standing in line to go into the supermarket in Sunnyside, Queens with my friend, and he had his little mask over his nose. He's covering his mouth, but he had it down here. And the guy, I can't blame the guy. The guy, he's an hourly guy, and he has to do his job. He automatically told him, you have to cover your nose. Got to cover your nose. Got to cover your nose. And so he had to cover it up. But he becomes very, very claustrophobic. I become a little claustrophobic. I get a little stressed out if I have this thing over my face for too long. And I can only imagine how it's going to be in the summertime. Then the easy living is, it's going to be beautiful walking around in 90-degree heat with that mask. Oh, it's going to be beautiful. Inhaling and exhaling your own carbon dioxide. Oh, it's going to be romantic, boys and girls. Romantic. I overheard someone, speaking of the mask, talk about a recent study conducted on these devices or instruments, that if you keep it on for a long time, it affects your cognitive brain here. I believe it. I really, really believe it. I would not be surprised that it affects you in some way. Just once again, look it up and you'll find it. In fact, if you want me to, because I have one person here in the chat room, once again, welcome. Let's look it up. Let me find what is going on here. Oopsie daisy. Let's see. The benefits of, benefits of the mask, medical mask. Let's see. Do face masks prevent the spread of viruses? According to this, not really. Benefits of wearing it's a mixed bag of results. Can face masks prevent the coronavirus? Can a mask really catch you from catching the virus? The benefit for people in the community wearing, it depends because the surgical mask isn't all that great. You need the N95 masks for it to have any effect with you. But you can't find them, and if you do find them, they're either counterfeit and they're of horrible quality. Hello there, Space Odyssey. Welcome to the chat room. They're either of horrible quality or, like I said, they're counterfeit. And they'll charge you $15 for one. And you know what? It ain't reusable. Surprise, 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 surprise. They're not reusable. I'm walking on the street and I'm in a world of masks. It's like a nightmare. It's a nightmare, boys and girls, a nightmare. I was standing outside the office yesterday and I saw the ice cream truck and I looked into the cockpit and what do I see? The ice cream man wearing a mask. That is surreal. Surreal. I could not get over that sight. What a sight that was. To see him wearing a mask, serving ice, sitting inside his ice cream machine. I couldn't believe it. He's around no one. He doesn't have to wear it. Take it off, man. Take it off. When someone comes up to the front, then put it on. And are you social distancing when you hand the ice cream cone to them? You take the money? I don't know. Oh, and guess what? The taco chain called Chipotle and Starbuckers, they're not taking credit cards or cash. They believe it might have traces of the virus on the dollar bills and on the credit card. Well, I got news for you there, buddy. I got news for you. When I paid a credit card, when I go into the places, the counter person doesn't take the credit card. I swipe the credit card. That's right. I swipe it. So why are you so afraid? The dollar bill, where is your evidence to prove to me that there's coronavirus on these dollar bills? I want to see the facts and evidence. Where are the facts? Where are the darn facts? And where's the evidence? This is a new thing. Oh, and now we have two other concerning problems, or two other problems. The killer hornet. That's right, from Japan. Boy, that little sucker, he can fly a long way across the Pacific Ocean and just land in North America. Now, we all know what happened. A few of them may have found themselves in one of the cargo trucks or cargo bays, and they took a little bit of a trip, crossed the ocean on a plane, or maybe one of those shipping containers, and made North America their home. Now, I just want to know, how the heck did it get there? Just explain it to me, boys and girls. Come on. You scientists from all these expensive and overpriced and brainiac universities. You can't tell me where the heck it came from? I know it came from Japan, but how did it get to the United States? No one seems to answer. No one seems to care. But you got to watch out for it, because if they sting you, they could seriously hurt you. Yeah, well, so does a regular bee too. Now, from what I remember being told, is that The North American bumblebee, those poor little creatures. I like the bumblebees. They're very nice little guys. They don't know how to defend themselves against this dragon creature or this killer thing. But the bees back in their in Japan, they know how to handle them. Okay, well, they have to learn. Well, I don't think they should. I don't think that should be the case. And so that's one thing to worry about. And this new Kawasaki disease that appeared from nowhere. How convenient. Now, my friend, for a friend of mine, a close friend of mine, who has, how shall I say, oh, excuse me, she worked in a hospital for many, many years, so she knows her stuff pretty good. She told me that it could be the results of the HIV strand that's been engineered into this virus. That's another funny thing. It's been engineered, and those spikes that come out of it, they're S proteins, and they're from humans. I can only imagine where those things came from. I won't say what it is. I'll leave that up to your imagination. That's it. So, Carl, Mr. Space Oddity, Commander KJ2, what say ye tonight? Welcome to the chat room. Or would you like to contribute to the interesting conversation here? Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. I really, really do. I'm waiting for a quick response to none other than Captain Commander Carl of the KJ2. That's right. I wonder why you picked 2027. You know that my email is davidfilm2020. Now, why did I pick out 2020? Was it because I thought it was like a science fiction thing? How strange, how coincidental. You know what I'm saying, Carl. How quaint. I just picked David Film 2020. What do you say? What do you say? What do you say? It's surreal. Human nature, Dave. Humans partly till the poop hits the fan. Left says never let crisis go to waste. Time to advance our agenda. You look like globalism had brought us all this. It was inevitable. I wish you were wrong. You know, I don't feel like being Elmer Fudd anymore. I don't want to be Elmer Fudd. And I don't like those rabbit holes. Those are some really scary rabbit holes that we're going to go into. I want to go there. By the way, is it raining in your neck of the woods, Carl? It's raining here. Supposed to rain all night. Maybe it'll wash away some of this virus that's lingering in the air, right? I'll come in contact with the water will drown it and kill it. I don't know, Carl, you tell me. I don't know. Never let a crisis go to waste. Yeah, I heard that before. I wonder what that's supposed to mean. Yes, I do. This was inevitable, but Dave, New York is not the whole world. There is good news. Yes, it's raining here. Yeah, that's good. Well, what's the good news, brother? Pray tell. What is the good news? Pray tell. I'd like to know. Oh, also, Yahoo News reported. I think it was Yahoo News. No, it wasn't Yahoo News. Some agency reported that we're reopening the country, but there's hotspots. Well, yeah, sure. Well, then let the Trump fire engine team brigade let them do their job. Let them do their job. But the latest news, ladies and gentlemen of the audience, or I should say gentlemen of the audience, it looks like that Biden and President Obama conspired together to create this Russiagate against Mr. Trump. Crap. And they have evidence to prove it. And Trump said, let's drain the swamp. Drain it, President Trump. Drain it, please. Open up the valve and let it all go through the spout, like diarrhea. Flush out the system. Some more stores opening and people largely being considerate and doing their job. People have been very polite and helpful. Yeah, people want normalcy. People want to get back. People have been cooped up too long and they don't want their unemployment. I don't want my unemployment. You know why I don't want my unemployment? It's going to run out. Going to run out. April, May, June, July. And if I get an extension, it's only 13 more weeks. 13, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, another 3 months. That's nothing. That's nothing. That's why I hope they pass that stimulus bill of $2,000 a month. I heard this morning that it was supposed to be for once every 3. What are you crazy? Once every 3 months. As Fred Sanford would say, are you crazy? Are you crazy? No, it should be more than $2,000 a month. It should be at least for a single person, 25 smackaroos a month. And decide for the married people. You're going to pay with kids $4,000 a month. Why should I have problems? Because you created it. Remdesivir is working and issuing new guidelines for nursing homes too in Connecticut. It's working and issuing new guidelines nursing homes. Okay, but who is issuing the new guidelines? The CDC. I haven't I haven't heard about it on the news. No mention of it. I've heard about it, but I have no mention of it. Whatever happened to the chloroquine, the chloroquine? That seemed to fade it out into the world, faded into the air. Well, there it goes like a fart. You fart out, bloop, and it disappears. You smell it, and then it disappears. Yeah, I want to know what's happening with that thing. They want to extend it up to. They want to bring it up to the $2,000 a month up until December. What's going to last that long? The virus or the economy being all screwed up? And then afterwards, it's supposed to drop to $1,000 a month. They're smoking pot. The nursing home operators are in the process with state government. Well, they're in the process. Just stick it to them. It's needed. Well, we're lucky we got that crap going. Did you garner that bit of information from the newspaper or from a news agency? But who told you? I'd like to know. Who is your source? What is your source? Because it's very good news to me. Excuse me, boys and girls. Yes, sirree, Bob. I'd like to know what is going on. So, what's going on in what's going on in your mind, Mr. Carl? You're having an interesting time, right? Am I entertaining you? I hope I'm entertaining somebody. I just have you in the chat room. I am all alone, all alone, which with little Carly Doodlehead. Oh, Carl. Drink some tonic water. Oh yeah, that's right. Drink some tonic water. David has quinine, oranges, vitamin C, local paper. How was your dinner and what did I have? Oh, I had some pasta and some roasty, toasty meat mixed in it. You know what I mean? A little ragu. And I decided to make it interesting. I threw in a big bunch of a lot of corn. Just flop it in. I put it in. It was tasty. I had a good time. Yes, very entertaining. Are you not alone? You and me, and then okay. Yeah, it's just us, just me and you. I was expecting to have another guy from LA come in, but I haven't seen him yet. Maybe something came up. I don't know. It's just me and you and I are all alone on this chat, on this channel. I don't get it. Am I doing something wrong? I don't know. You tell me, Carl. What can I be doing that's better? What can I do to get more people into the chat room here to have a good time discussing things? Uh, you tell me there, buddy boy. How the wife and kitties doing? Okay. I hope they're fine. Oh, here I am. I'm being COVID-19 news update. Two people are watching. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let's see. Live now. Wow. We go to home. Oh, I know what's going on here. Yep, I'm over here on YouTube. There's a big global protest that's going on here. Let's listen to it. Uh-oh. I can't hear it. Uh-oh. Yep. Police are getting violent. Yep. Yep.
This world is not what you think it is. This world is not what you think it is.
Those who would give up essential liberty to purchase a little temporary safety deserve neither.
The scene from the
Uh-oh.
steps of the state capitol here in Lansing. I want to move out of the way and show you a look at this.
Wow, look at them. They're all over the
A
place.
couple thousand people here on the Capitol lawn.
People are here gathered in front of the main steakhouse. Many of them are frustrated over the economic impact the coronavirus pandemic might have in Maine and their small businesses if the steak remains closed.
In Stuttgart, Germany. Ooh, there's thousands of them.
Es wird aber noch härter. Das Medizinprogramm.
Weil man uns die Freiheit klaut. Wir sind hier, wir sind laut, weil man uns die Freiheit klaut. Wir sind hier, wir sind laut, weil man uns die Freiheit klaut.
In Berlin, the Polizei. Incredible. Incredible, boys and girls, the protest that's going on. Some will come along, talk to anyone else in the NYC. Some will come along. No, are you doing everything you can? Everyone hanging in there? I guess so. I'm trying to do something. I'm trying to get the news out to people. I'm trying to pass it out, but I only have one beautiful person, Mr. Carl. That's the only person that I have. No. I don't know what to say. I put a very interesting tag on it. COVID-19 discussion. Maybe I should just do. Maybe I should just end the live stream and retitle it again. Freedom and liberty discussion. I don't know. Not well. I'm sure they're protesting there. Where is it? Where is that? It's in Berlin and someplace else. I think in Vienna. How about Czech, Poland, Italy? Pretty bad across Europe. I'm sure that they're protesting, and the government's not listening to them. That's what that's what's upsetting. The government is not listening to the people. And what does the people have to do next? Storm the palace? Huh? Is that what we have to do? Is storm the palace? Yes, let's go storm the palace and we'll get shot down with semi-automatic weapons. That's what I want to do. Yeah, I'm just looking forward to that. They're not listening. They're not listening. And you can't wait 6 months to a year to vote him out of office. There'll be nothing. There'll be nothing. You heard about the about so-called the meat shortages and the famine. I don't know if this is all fear porn because today when I was walking down the street, um, I saw one of the food markets with with big push carts full of food, orange juice, lots of OJ. I never seen so much OJ in my life. I believe tons of OJ. Like you really can eat OJ. Okay, that's a new one for me. So you think drinking some tonic water, it has quinine and orange and vitamin. That's what I'm having. I'm having some oranges too. I'm also taking some vitamin C. That's right. Are you lonely tonight? Do you feel unwanted, unloved, unappreciated? Then take nature's only vitamin C. Guaranteed to put the love and affection back into your life. That's right. Vitamin C from nature's bounty. Try some today at your local CVS stores. Ooh, my baby. Yeah. Make a nice commercial, huh? I doubt it. I doubt it. Two people now want to retitle it. I don't know. They are throwing away food, but then will change restaurants or slowly opening here. Well, yeah, they want to open up to 25%. I heard this one restaurateur who said, "I'm going to keep the restaurants closed. I'm not going to open up at 25%. I'm losing money. I'm losing money, 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 money." And I can see his point. I couldn't agree anymore. On top of that, well, I got some news from Florida. My friend Joanne, she's been going out to eat a few times this week, and the restaurants have been doing fairly well considering, and she feels very safe dining in the restaurants. They don't have any condiments on the table because they don't want people to be touching it, touchy, touchy, touchy. They assume that you have it. That's why you have to social distance. Well, there's a way to put an end to that fear. Get tested and see what they discover. Now, it could go both ways. It can be artificial. I mean, or they can still the demand will slowly increase across the country. How's Florida doing? Well, that's what I'm trying to explain. Florida is opening up little by little. Restaurants are opening up to 25%. My first friend told me that it was pretty busy for. He went to Carrabba's, and it was up to it was pretty well maxed out at 25%, mainly deuces. There and some were wearing masks, and some were not wearing masks. Interesting dichotomy. Without and with. That is the question. That is the question. Those that don't want to wear the mask and those that do. I want to know what the people who aren't wearing the mask believe. Now, I think we spoke about this the other night, where it's not very healthy of you to be using the masks all the time. It affects your brain, and it does all sorts of interesting little things to your little body. What can I say? It's all online for you to garner everything that you need. That's all. It's possible. Please share. I'll share right now. Share it on Fartbook. Loading the Fartbook. Bingo. Is it going to go or not? Oh, there it goes. That's beautiful. Let's see, what was it, 13 minutes? Back in California, Sacramento. Let's see if I can find Poland or Czechoslovakia. Brazil, looks like this is in Brazil. Let's see what this says. British Columbia. Let's see. Where is this? This is also in the United States.
This was the protest we expected last week here in Trenton, but today they came out and they made their voices heard.
Love President Trump. He's the first president since Reagan to be a leader in this country, to stand for us and to have nuts.
That's in the that's I think in Japan. I could be wrong. Let's see. What did it say here? Hong Kong. Hong Kong. It's going on in Hong Kong. Hong Kong. The Maduro B7. Oh, of course it is. It's a false flag. Oh, it stinks. It reeks of false flag. Did you see the little white dinghies that they were using to get into the country? Do you really expect me to believe that two former Green Berets would use a white dinghy? You expect me to? Duh. That's right. I don't believe that. Of course, it reeks. It reeks with false flag all over the place. It's like one of my farts. It lingers there, like Chiller. Chiller. Chiller, that's right. Comes out of nowhere and it just lingers there for a while. Of course it is, man. Of course it reeks with. But did you see the little white dinghy that they were using? Are they kidding me? Come on. Two Americans. And they came out of Miami. Yeah, how did they get? I mean, that's a long trip on a little dinghy like that. How did they get there? Who had the dinghies waiting for them? Sure, some guy, a lone pilot of a little white dinghy, is out late at night picking up two Americans off, picking up. Well, how did they get there? By boat or by groat or by fart? Maybe it was one of those submarine jobbers that got them there. Come on. It's a false flag. Anything to make the president look bad. And he said, I don't know anything about it. Now, let's operate under the assumption that he didn't know about it. And it happened. Well, there's someone operating black ops behind your back, Mr. President. I think you should conduct a thorough investigation and pop him. Pop him. That's what I would do, Mr. President. I'd pop him real good. Pop goes the weasel. Pop, 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 pop. Oh, hey, Carl, let me introduce you to my friend. Oh, Mr. Nobody. I want you to meet a best friend of mine. His name is Carl. You want to come meet him? Here he goes. Who's this guy? That's Carl. Say hello to Carl. I don't feel like talking to this guy. He lives in Connecticut. Oh, he's one of those guys who lives in Connecticut? Yeah. I call this guy Mr. Grumpy. He's grumpy. Are you grumpy? All the time. Do I have a reason to be happy? I don't have a reason to be happy. I have a reason to be miserable. That's right. I am miserable. Just like you're miserable. Now, where are you going away? I don't want to be here on TV. I don't want anybody looking at me. Oh, who's this Carl guy? Hey, Carl. Say something to me, Mr. Grumpy. That's right, I'm Mr. Grumpy, pal. I got a lot of things to be grumpy about. God, what'd you go away for? I don't want to be on TV. He's from Area 51. Area 51? Are you serious? You're from Area 51? Are you an alien? Only an alien would know this guy. Because I think he's an alien too. And don't be a wise guy. I'll be a wise guy as much as I want. What are you going to do? Chop me off? You need me more than I need you. Oh, stop being such a grumpy. I'm not grumpy. I'm grumpy all the time, I keep telling you. Yeah, stew bum. Okay, that's enough for you. Go away. All right, see you later. Bye-bye, Carol. See you later. Bye. I have to go play with him. Don't be talking like that. Don't be. I take whatever I want. Want to go see my girlfriend? Say hello, Barbara. Hi, I'm Barbara. And I'm a friend of Mr. Grumpy. Shut up, you old coot. Get down there where you belong. Hey, don't talk to me that way. Talk to you any way I want. In fact, I'll abuse you. I've been locked up with you for 40-something, no, 58 years. I had enough of you. Oh, you're such abuse. I certainly am. Oh. It's spousal abuse. He freaked out that you're from Area 51. You remember that Bill Cop story? That Bill Crab story? They're going to storm Area 51? Did it ever happen? No, it didn't happen. There's a third person there. Hello, number 3. Welcome to the chat room. Come on in. Come one, come all. Welcome to Dave's Big Top Circus tonight. That's right. We're talking about everything and anything under the, well, it's not sunny outside. It's under the moon. Now, it's raining here in New York, or in my neck of the woods. It's raining. That's right. It's raining here. So we'll just say whatever you want under the moon. We're talking about COVID-19. Would you like to discuss about the new Kawasaki disease? Is this showing up in children? Gee willikers, isn't that funny? It just appeared from somewhere. It might be related to Corvid or this corona thing. I wouldn't doubt it. I heard this morning that it's some sort of a fungus that is among us and is being blown on the wind. And I love this one. You expect me to believe that a fungus can travel all the way from Wuhan, China, in the jet stream. There it is, and decide to fall to Earth, and it conveniently falls to North America. Amazing. I'm not saying it's not true because I've seen the photographs of it. I've seen photographic evidence, and it's very worrying. My friend who worked at a hospital told me it could be a part of the HIV. Don't know. I need facts and evidence. Look at everything going on at once. Oh well, but General Flynn, he's innocent. He's innocent. I forgot who said. Some official in the White House said that Obama and Biden colluded together to create this Russiagate in order to get rid of Presidente Trumpo. Could it be true, ladies and gentlemen? Is there any validity to that claim? What do you think tonight? Call us at 1-800-GET-LOST. That's right. 1-800-GET-LOST. And I'll pick up the phone personally and listen to you. Listen to whatever theories that you have. And if you're a conspiracy theorist, don't be shy. Wear your tinfoil hat for today. That's right. I invite all of you guys. Come on in. You conspiracy. Come on in. Come on in to the big circus. Big Top Circus. Mr. Nobody's Circus Top. That's right. Come on in. We're going to be sitting all together around the campfire and with wearing our tinfoil hats talking about conspiracy theories. In fact, I have one to share with you right now. That's right. Right now, I'm going to share with you a conspiracy theory told to me by a MTA bus driver from Russia. He told me that there's too many people in the world and the planet tilts like this. But because that there's so many people, the planet is tilting lower, and it's creating all these, these strange, abnormal behavior, the strange weather patterns. That's right. There's so many people, the planet is tilting more on its axis than what it should, and that's what's causing all the freaky deaky weather. So I listened to him. He said, "Okay, all right, okay, no problem. Whatever you say." And then he went on to tell me about the chuma. Chuma. I said, "What the heck is a chuma?" So I went online, da-da-da-da-da-da, looking for chuma. I couldn't find. Well, that's not true. I looked on my portable phone, my Android phone, and I couldn't find it. Chuma. What the heck is chuma? But he said it was some sort of a virus or disease that you can get. Hello, number 4. Welcome to the big time fun house today. We're all in the circus. We're actually, we're going to partake in the circus. I just consider Mr. Nobody, and I'm the clown of the circus. Oh, I'm a clown. That's right, boys and girls. We're going to talk about all these interesting topics. Oh, we said goodbye to number 4. Bye-bye, number 4, but I have a number third person there. What say you, number 3? I just got a message from Captain Commander of the Booby Prize, Captain KJ2. Look at everything going on at once. General Flynn, oh, you already put that in. I'm a dork. I'm reading your message again. My goodness gracious. Yeah, well, he's innocent. So, they wanted to blackmail him, which they did. And they put that poor man behind jail. And they came out into another jail. I love it. Exited from one jail to another jail. He can't be doing that much, can he, huh? Yes, innocent Flynn, maybe what? Oh, yeah. Maybe HIV with fungus abnormal. I think in the words of my friend, we are under attack. We are under biological attack. And what do? Do you do the same thing to them? I don't know. That's what the MTA driver told me, that there's too many people, so they got to get rid of them because the planet is tilting too much on its axis, is creating all this strange weather. So, okay, all right, okay, whatever you say. What time do you? I mean, if you're going to take your pills, I think you've forgotten your pills because that's kind of hard to believe. Because the axis is off. I don't think so. Oh, it's okay, no problem. Sorry, talking about two subjects at once. Yes, maybe HIV and fungus. Yeah, it is. But what this lady said is that the fungus that is now among us has floated in the jet stream all the way from China. Hello, number 4. Welcome to our chat room. Please feel free to say whatever you want to say. Open up. Tell us what you're thinking, what you're feeling. What do you think about this coronavirus? I want to know. The audience wants to know. The people want to know. Because we've been locked up too long. Hey, Bobby, when are you going to let me out of jail? For too long. We're all out of work. There ain't no work. How are we going to pay the rent or the mortgage or put food on the table? What are we going to do? Aren't these politicians aware of the mess that they created? You shut down the economy for a little over 6 weeks. Didn't anybody think, well, if I shut down the economy, let me talk to Billy and Joey. Yo, Joey, what do you think about closing down the economy? I'll tell you one thing there, Mr. President. You're making a freaking mistake. You're going to whack all these people out of work, man. You can't do that. 20 million people out of work, or 23 or 25 million people. 14% unemployment. All unemployed, not by their fault. Wasn't their fault. They wanted to close things down. Yeah, I don't know about that jet stream. Just to do what you're doing, keep as healthy as you can. Trying to. That's what she said this morning. That she, well, it wasn't her theory. She was reading another an article about jet stream coming from Wuhan, China. I find that's because if they are doing that, that's clearly an act of war. And if it is an act of war, what will be the president's or any president's response? Go nuclear? Don't want to do that. Ain't nothing around to be having afterwards. But I wouldn't rule it out. I would not be surprised if they find out that it is a biological weapon. I would not put it past the communists at all. Weaken the country economically and socially, and then they take over. But then again, look what they did to their own people. But again, when we look to history and see what fascist regimes have done to their population, along with communist regimes, they don't mind sacrificing their population. They don't mind killing their people. Look at it, my friend Adolf Hitler. Die Partei ist Hitler. Hitler aber ist Deutschland ist Deutschland. Hitler is. Hitler Sieg Heil, right? Okay? That's what his buddy Hess did at one of the big rallies way back then. Look what he did. He sacrificed a whole nation called Germany. And look what happened to them now. They're a shadow of their former selves. They don't care. He didn't care. He did not care. Then let's look further east to the boundless motherland of Russia. Boundless. Look what Stalin was doing to his people with the gulags and everything else. Then let us look further across the boundless motherland of Russia and look at Mao Zedong. Look what he did. Smart move, guy. Privatized all the private property, and the farmers didn't want to work, and a lot of people starved and died. Then we look at Mr. Tojo, and look what he did to the nation of Japan. But then again, we did a few things to the Japanese by cutting off their oil and supplies, and they retaliated with an attack, which wasn't a smart move anyway, because they were screwing around in Manchuria. The Japanese were not easy. The Japanese were worse, much worse than the Germans. Much worse. Much worse. All the biological experiments or the human experiments that they conducted. It's so bad, even the Germans told them, listen, my friend, cut it out. This is much too serious. This is much too serious what you're doing with these people. Injecting them with typhoid and other virus to see how long they last. What, are you crazy? You could have called me. I said, Auf Wiedersehen. This is the Dr. Schroeder speaking. Oh, you want me to tell you what happens to the person if you inject them with tuberculosis? I'll tell you, you stupid schmuck. Listen, and he'll tell you. They were crazy. They were crazy. It was lab something. I have to look that up again. They were absolutely crazy, the Japanese, during World War II. Damn. Crazy crap they were doing in Manchuria. No wonder. It's incredible. Look up that history. Read that history. In fact, YouTube has a lot of interesting documentaries about it. I mean, these people were Cocoa Puffs. Good PT, Dave. The Japans were actually working. Yeah, it's true. I mean, let's be fair. Fascist Italy, my buddy Mussolini. What did he do? What did he use against the Ethiopians? Poison gas. That's right. He used poison gas. He disregarded the protocols of using dangerous weapons by poison gas. It was a moratorium. After the war, everybody decided not to use poison gas, but not my friend, Mr. Macaroni. Oh, no. He had to use poison gas. on these poor Ethiopians. That's that's just disgusting. It's kind of, sad the way how he went out, but you know what? What's the word? It's called karma. Karma is a bitch. Excuse me, God, I didn't mean to use it. I'm sorry, but yeah, karma's, you know what? It's a do rag. She's a do rag, and she don't like it, so she whacked it right back at him. He got bold. We know what happened to him. They beat him silly. They beat him to death. There's nothing left of him. Sitting with his cohorts and his mistress. I would have, I would have let the cohorts and the mistress go, and I wouldn't have done that to him. But the communists were pissed off. The partisans. And the people went crazy on him. No, no, no. There should have been cool minds prevailing in that situation. No, let's put him in jail. We'll give him a hard time, and then take him to the Nuremberg trials. That would have been entertaining, huh? I would go out of my mind watching him and those old black and white films that the United States made about all those Nazi war criminals like Hess and Dönitz and my friend the Flyboy, Hermann Goering. My goodness gracious. My goodness gracious. It would have been entertaining to hear him explain himself out of that bowl of pasta. Knucklehead. He wanted to reestablish the Roman Empire. Knucklehead. It happened 2,000 years ago there, Benito. Who needs a Roman Empire? Build on what you have already. But no, these tin pot, doorknob, empty burger bun, narcissistic schmucks, they had to go invade foreign countries and make it miserable for the rest of us because we're all suffering and living under the shadow of World War II. Yesterday was in fact the 75th anniversary of the ending of the war. We lost number 4. Oh, why did you leave us, Mr. 4? I want to hear from you. There's a number 3. Number 3, say something. Speak your mind. What ye say. Tell us what you're thinking of. Just don't be sitting in and getting your laughs off me. I want you to, our friend Carl, he's very responsive to my requests. He's asking a lady, making good comments. That spurs me on, because that's what I need. I need someone to give me the right zippity doo-dah. Yeah, and then what do we have today? Okay. You close down the economy. And I don't mean to sound nasty or callous. They were talking about possibly losing 1 million to 2 million people, and we lost less than 100,000 people. 75,000 is too many anyway. Too many anyway. You're going to kill more people and do more damage to people psychologically, keeping them in lockdown with no work and fear of not having a job when they get out, when this shit's all over. You're going to do more fear. What are you going to give me $2,000 a month to pacify me? What? Are you smoking crack cocaine? In the words of Fred G. Sanford, are you crazy? Are you crazy? Oh my goodness gracious! I wish I was there, because I would have pulled the Fred Sanford on him. Fred G. Sanford. Are you crazy? Yeah, all of them. Fauci, Burke, and President Trump and his advisors, because there was a group of people that were telling him, let's write it out. Let's write it out. We can't close the economy. Let's write it out. But Mr. Fauci and Ms. Burke, no. We have to put them in lockdown. And you know what gets me? It didn't come from them. It came from a British doctor, virologist in England. That was his idea. So we pick up the phone and call this guy at the Royal College of whatever that he came from, and he told us what he would do. Are you crazy? Now, there's a funny little subtext about this genius. This genius. Number one, he violated his own lockdown orders. They caught his tush heading out to his house up in northern England. That's right. They caught him red-handed. Another sad story to that is that he had past tense a mistress. Yes, a mistress. A little bit of cootie on the side, a little cootie pootie on the side, and she was yip married. That's right. Or past tense. She has a husband and little chillins. That's right, little chillins. And she infected all of them. Smart move, girl. I want to get me some you know what. And I'm going to contract you know what from my so-called lover. She stepped back, girlfriend. Listen, I'm married with a couple of kids. I may or may not like my husband very much, but I'm not going to bring this crowd out. What's up with you? Why are you breaking your quarantine, you jerk off? Pretty much like Chris Cuomo, huh? Yes, I saw that video footage of him emerging from the basement. Really, really, and supposedly that he may have had in fact poisoned his wife with that stuff. Now she has it. I haven't heard about her. Did she recover? I guess so. Obviously it must be. Don't talk about that. And he's preaching and screaming and yelling and calling people that are outside enjoying the beautiful sunny air nincompoops and idiots, and criticizing those individuals that want to reopen the economy. But it's okay for you, Mr. Chris Cuomo, because you're right now at this moment building a beautiful house somewhere out in West Hampton or someplace there. A multi-million-dollar house. And someone caught you and your wife and a third mystery person there. You remember the bicycle rider that he called fat, stupid, has-been, bike rider? Well, I thought he was talking about a Hell's Angels character. You won't want to say that guy. You would not want to call one of those bikers that, because they will squish you like a snot and then flick you away like a snot. That's right, my friends. Uh-oh. I'm showing my girdle here. Woo! Uh-oh, cover up my girdle. All right, I don't want to show my girdle too much. What the hell? Let's be real here. I'm in the bunker, better known as the bug out room. My little specialty place, so we can have specialty conversations with each other. Shh. Don't tell anybody. I'm looking for that wabbit. Where is that wabbit? Where's the wabbit? Where could he be hiding at? Oh, maybe he's in Wuhan, China, playing around with the other nice little virologists and biologists and every other ologist that's out there wants to screw things up. Where could he be? Oh, hello, Doc. Come down the rabbit hole. Come with me down in my little rabbit hole. I got something for you. You're going to be loving it. You're going to be going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs with it. Come on. Tired of all this silliness. Open up the economy and let us go back to our lives. And if something happens, something happens. What can I say? You're going to spend our lives all living in fear? Oh my goodness, I feel so guilty walking down the street and somebody's they got to social distance. Oh, relax, guy. Think for yourself. Think. Use your brain the way how God wanted us to use our brains. They put the mask on my face and put the mask on everybody else because they might have it. It's called fear porn. People are scared. I see it in their faces. I got on the bus the other night, and there was this poor woman, and it broke my heart. It broke my heart to see her sitting in the bus, looking at people. She didn't have a mask, and she thought that she was going to be ostracized. Yes, ostracized. And I ain't judging nobody. Remember remember the 10 Commandments, boys and girls. Thou shalt not thou shalt not judge. Huh? And remember you remember what Jesus said? Ye without sin, cast the first stone. Well, I be a sinner, boys and girls. That's right. I be sinning. I ain't chucking no stone at nobody. I'm looking at myself in the mirror. You're a fuck up, Dave. You're a fuck up. I felt so bad for that woman. It broke my heart to see her like looking. She's scared. She's scared someone could say something to her. Or maybe she's scared of jumping on the bus and not wearing a mask. But we're required by law now to wear a mask. And you can't find masks at the store. They charge you $2 for one mask, which isn't reusable. Is that fair? Is that right? Huh? They don't have any masks at the damn supermarkets or at the CVS drugstores or at Drain Reed or Walgreens. You can't find surgical masks there. Or maybe the poor thing couldn't afford it. It's another sad story. How irresponsible our leaders have become. How irresponsible. Cuomo said, "Well, I'm going to extend the non-payment of what do you call that again? Oh, rent until August." Oh yeah, smart move. Yes, that definitely is a well-educated man. Listen, you listen, buddy. If I'm paying $1,500 a month, I'll just say we'll make it easy. If I'm paying $1,000 a month for my wonderful crib, and I fall behind 4 months, that means I owe $4,000. Where am I going to get $4,000? Okay, David, please go now to Degal.com with Gates. Tell me what you think. I'll look at the trenches. What's Deagle.com? Is that what the place is? Deagle.com? Deagle. Let's look it up. Let's look it up, boys and girls. Let's pull it up. Deagle.com. Not Eagle, you Deagle head. It's Deagle. That's, oh my goodness gracious. Deagle.com. It says Southampton website and design, developing websites to search engines. Well, it ain't that. I mean, let me just make doubly sure what I'm looking for is El Righto, because I must be El Rongo. Let me see again. Come on. This thing's impossible. Or is it me? Will you just go down here? Deagle.com with Gates. Oh, Gates telling me what you think. Look at the trenches world apart. You mean Gates? Oh, my friend Bill Gates, my buddy. That's another wacko guy. Who made him? Who put him in charge of vaccines? Right? Who replaced the CDC and FEMA? Who replaced them? He did? You're a computer nerd, you nerd. And you're not even a good computer nerd. You can't make Windows 10 work properly. Won't you worry about your business? But he got out of the business. He wanted to become involved in medical philanthropies. The philanthropy. I can't even speak tonight. Oh, go away, man. I had enough of you. It's like with the Obamas and the Bushes and the Clintons. Go away. Go away. You had your time in the sun and you had a good time. You got a good tan. Degal population 25. Well, look, okay. Me highlight it here. Let's look for it. Search Google. Let's find it. Ah, yes. A list of countries forecast in 2025. What is the Degal population in the United States in 2025? Estimated population 2050 to be 398 million residents. That's not really much if you think about how big the damn country is. It's not that much. And it's, and 2015, 321, 2023, 34. I mean, if you think about it, it's not that much. What is DIGAL? Is a real intelligence organization for, oh, I love this one. I never heard of this one. A real intelligence organization for the U.S. government predicts massive global depopulation by 50 to 80% by 2025. DIGAL thus provides information which is subsequently used by global intelligence communities and governments. Why? Why do they exist? Why don't we know about this? Population density and gross domestic product GDP. What is it? Purchasing? I don't understand. Stratford has 11 chilling predictions of what the world would look. The world would look like from a decade from now. Journey export economy. The projected decline in population. Now I don't get it. Now the word is that they want depopulation, but the populations in Germany, France, and in Italy, they're on a downward drive. So why is that? Why do they want to destroy all these lives? I mean, you can't have enough Europeans. There aren't a lot of Italians that are getting married and having kids. I wonder why is that? Maybe it's that it's too expensive to have a kid. Yeah, I would think so. First, you got to, first off, before you do it, you can't use the special, how can I say? Can you imagine social distancing? I love it. You have to maintain 6 feet from each other on the streets, but when you get home with your old lady, you're going to social distance your old lady and wear a mask. What are you, daft, man? What are you, daft? I think the milk bone ain't working to not getting enough milk. You're daft, man. To think that you're going to have social distancing inside the house, you're going to do it outside. Oh, leave me alone. Leave me alone. This is all nonsense. It's a psyop of some type, and people are falling for it. I'm not saying that people aren't dying. People are dying. But I got a bit of news for you, which I'll read to you from a friend of mine who has a relative living in Australia. I know I shouldn't be looking at this, but he sent me a very interesting story. Look at Australia. 270K claimed to have died from the Corvid-19 virus. But over 1 million people died from mosquito bites. That's right, my friends. People die more from mosquito bites than this nasty little disease. And it is dangerous. But and some people it does dangerous things, and some other people it does differently. I saw 2 particular reports of a 92-year-old World War II veteran who survived Saipan, survived a very, very serious Pacific battle during World War II, and he survived it. And I saw another case just a day or two ago of a 101-year-old woman, or I believe she was 102, we'll say 101-year-old woman who survived the Corvid virus. And thank God, praise be to the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost, that she survived. She's 101. What's her secret? A good immune system. She took care of herself. She didn't smoke, didn't do funny drugs. She looks like that she led a good, clean life. There's reasons that I've heard and been told for these problems. People are very obese. They have very serious diabetes and heart disease, and they smoke. There's damage to the immune system. That population you protect, and you keep them cut off from society until this thing passes, and let the rest of us that has strong immune systems get the herd experience, the herd the culling of the herd and develop antibodies. And this shit, I really believe, didn't come from Mother Nature or didn't come from God's good earth or God's creation. It came from a country that was developing a biological weapon. Now, I love God dearly. I love my Creator God that it hurts. And I don't believe that He did it. I don't believe, no. But then again, I've heard the argument. It's a good argument made by my brother Jard in Colorado, is that God allows these things to happen to remind us of Him. I'm acutely aware of His existence. I heard another lady, a nun, with a nice radio show, and she feels that this is a chastisement because of one sole reason. And it's, again, in my mind, a very, very legitimate argument. Because of the abortions that we allow to happen in this country every year. Every year. And I respect women's so-called reproductive rights, but what about my rights? Did anybody consult me? Dave, what you were saying before, China has mobile execution vans, they are culling their herd. Yes, they're right. Culling, yeah. And the herd, God didn't do anything man did. Yeah, man did. Now, the argument that my brother, who's becoming a priest, says is that God allows it to happen, but He kind of controls it in a way. Okay, all right. It's hard to accept it, and I mean no disrespect. I mean no disrespect, because I find it hard to believe that God would allow that to happen. So I'm sure there are people that have passed away that were better than me, and they unnecessarily died. And you probably heard it. Speaking of this, you probably saw the footage. Everyone, you guys saw the footage of these poor souls being buried in mass graves. That's not right. That's not right. Buried someplace in some island someplace, and you don't know who the hell they are. And they're not. No. These human beings deserve a dignified, human, and compassionate burial. Their own plot, with their own tombstone, with their name, and the years that they lived. We owe it to them, not to bury them in mass graves like that. I don't understand this. And when you have I saw the drone footage. I love that one. The drone footage. Didn't anybody? I don't understand. And then the bodies are laying there on the floor. Who was the mayor and the governor then? Huh? Damn it. Shame on all of them. Shame on me for not being able to do something about it. What am I going to do? Sneak myself into the press conference and say, "Hello, Mr. Governor. My name is David Augusta, and I represent myself. I be a citizen of the city of New York. I must say to you, Governor, is that you are responsible for the maltreatment of these bodies. They're still human beings. They're corpses. But they were once living, breathing creatures of God, creatures of the universe. You could have buried them. You could have done the right things for these folks, but you didn't. You buried them like they were useless, empty carcasses of meat. It's disgusting. And people want Cuomo to run for president. Oh, go suck an egg. Disgusting. And then de Blasio. That's not his real name. De Blasio. He's a German last name. De Blasio. You ain't no Italiani. No. You're not an Italian. But the Cuomo, he's a real greaseball. I love him. No. Did you see that? Did you guys see the interview between him and his brother? You considering run for president? No. Would you ever thought about running for president? No. The one word king, the tin pot dictator, right? No, I'm not thinking about it. And then of course he has to stick it to the brother, which I think is all bullcrap anyway. He said, "You're a real good interviewer." Yeah, you know they're sticking it to each other. I don't believe in that sibling rivalry. But I don't believe in that sibling nonsense that's going on. Nor do I really believe that he had the virus either. Oh, we're down to 2 people. It's only me and you, Carl. I lost a third person. I must have offended the person because I didn't respect the governor of our great state of New York. Excuse me. Didn't mean to do that. Yeah, man did it, but God may have allowed it. The priest that I watch on TV, watch on YouTube, he feels that it's a chastisement. It could be. It probably is. But my little monkey brain, my pea brain, just find it hard to believe. But man does all these things. I was listening to a Muslim imam talk about it. Someone asked him, did God allow this to happen? Did God do this? And the imam kind of like didn't say yes or no, but he said, man makes the mess and God cleans it up and makes the best of it. That was a very thoughtful idea. That was a very thoughtful comment to make. We are the fallen children of Eve and Adam. We are their fallen children. Maybe it's true. Because look what we did to Iraq. We destroyed that freaking country. Can you imagine what they went through or what they're still going through. Maybe it's payback time. I don't know if you're superstitious like I am. Maybe it's payback time. I always knew that shit was going to come back. Excuse me. That crap is going to come right back. I just wait. I was waiting and waiting and waiting. Dave, right on target. That OK Cuomo's just as bad as their hands have had just much to blame. Yeah. He will not reopen the economy because he doesn't want to put people's lives in jails. What about their businesses? What about their employees? What about people picking up food? Huh? You know what I did today, Carl? I'll share with you a secret. I was told that on 46th Street, I think it's 46th Street, but my friend who owns the tax office told me you can get free food, free lunch and breakfast at the public school down the street. So I went down there to check it out. That food, oh, I'm grateful that I got it, but it's obnoxious. Got a choice between chicken McNuggets and peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Yeah. They'll give you a nice little carton of chocolate milk and some other stuff. They got the schnugger with everything else. Yeah, I can show you the sandwich. I got one of the sandwiches. I got two of them. No, I got a few of them. She gave me a few of them. I asked for two and I got three. No, I asked for three and I got 6 of them. Here's the sandwich right now. Here it is. Peanut butter and jelly sandwich. This is what they give to the people that are hungry. Yeah. A peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And they can't even look how nasty that is. That's what they give you. Yeah. Okay. All right. Really embarrassing, isn't it, huh? That's what they give to these poor hungry people. But I'm grateful that I got it. That's right. David, it was rare about the U.S. and world economy. Pensions won't be the same. Retirements Yeah, well, we'll be like I always said. I'm going to be working until I'm 70, or I'm going to work until I drop dead. I hope people still want to hire me. I hope and pray to Jesus in heaven and Mother Mary and Father Joseph that I'm still have the health and the vitality to work into my 70s. Because I'm going to work until they call me. Hello, time for you to come home. That's how I see it. That's how I see it. Hmm? Trump was a I this is what I heard. That Trump was approached. Well, Trump had his team. His team said, "We can write it out. We can write it out." But then Fauci and Burke, who are now under investigation, along with Trump and Biden, along with Biden and Obama, might be clack 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 because the president said, "Let's drain the swamp," because they conspired against the president. They certainly did about that Russia gate. Huh? 3 years, 3.5 years of that nonsense. And what did they get out of it? Nothing. Flynn has been exonerated. Would you mind if I have my sandwich? He's been exonerated. He's innocent. And now they're going to go after Mueller and his little team of wise guys. Further bother the Irish and the Italians, the FBI. I like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Mm-hmm. Have you seen the new press secretary that Trump put in? He's a hot little firecracker, that one. He's a firecracker. That's right. She's slapped him into place. You see, Trump is playing chess, three-dimensional chess with these people. He said in the beginning he's going to do what he wants to do. Then he turned around and said, okay, I'll let the individual governors do what they got to do. That's a trap. That's a big trap. The longer that they postpone the reopening, the greater the likelihood they're not going to be reelected. But you know, we live in a liberal state here. I'm neither one of conservative or liberal. I'm practical. I'm pragmatic. Panos told me today that one of his friends went to a Cuban restaurant. The whole crew came down with the virus. Well, I can see your point, but I think the T is going to do something. If he's reelected, he is going to do something. I have faith in the T. I have faith in God. But I think the T is going to do the right thing. You have to force these governors, these Democratic governors, to get their crap together. And reopen the economy. But then again, I heard there's one commentator today talk about that. Let this be a lesson to everybody to practice better hygiene. I've been to gyms. I've seen these big guys exercising on the what do you call the treadmills or on the bicycles when they get up. There's sweat all over the place. Is that sanitary? I think not. In fact, when I was doing those things, I was sweating up a storm, and it was dripping on the floor. And I thought about it, boy, you know, I not to tell you the truth, no, I wasn't aware, but I did see it, but I paid no mind to it. You know, didn't think that when you're doing those muscle exercises with those machines, that there was somebody else sitting on that thing, and there was someone else's paws on those things that you're going up and down. Who knows what little creatures that were on these things? Nobody knows. I sure don't know. Another thing too, these lockdowns. I think I already said it to you. These lockdowns originated from an English scientist. How, how's the peanut butter? Not too bad. Just read the price. The price. Yeah, not that bad. They were better with this one. There was more peanut butter and jelly on this one because I like peanut butter and jelly. I hope I didn't offend you. I'm still kind of hungry. I'm going to get some more pasta and meat when the broadcast is over. But when I have a peanut butter jelly, I like a lot of peanut butter and a lot of grape jelly. I mean, it's got to be like eh, eh, like that to really enjoy it. And preferably, I like to have it toasted. But I'm not, it's free lunch food, you know. And I had to stand in line. You know, I just wanted to experience it. It's heartbreaking and it's humiliating. But I learned something. I wanted to do it. I wanted to see how it was like, and I wanted to see the food. And I did it twice. The first day I did it, and I got chicken McNuggets, and chicken McNuggets. They were like, wow. They were, yeah, questionable. And they gave me some chickpeas with it, with garlic. Okay. I got me some chippers, and I got me some chippers and an OJ and a chocolate milk. I had one, and I would still be hungry. I'd still be hungry. I was still hungry, but I got me two of them. Make sure I filled these up. Yeah. In fact, I might do it again tomorrow. I'm gonna get me one of them there delicious peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I just might go on just mosey on down there to 46th Street down to Sunnyside and pick me up one of them there delicious peanut butter and jelly sandwiches on delicious whole wheat bread. That's right there, boy. I'm going to be enjoying myself some little victuals down there. Some nice little victuals. Good. I'm not enjoying it. No, thank you. Make the best. Well, no, maybe the new normal. I, I hope this ain't the new normal. Uh. It ain't new normal. I don't want to accept that notion. Not for one cotton picking minute. No, 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 no. This ball is not going to accept that new terminology. The new normal. You be telling me who made up that phrase, the new normal? Hmm? One of them people there, one of those fancy pantsy people that went to fancy pantsy Ivy League University, decided to call the new normal? That's one question we should ask. Who came up with that phrase? How dare you impose that idea upon me? The new normal. What happened to the old normal? So you mean to tell me that you have old and moderate and new normal? You have like old, middle, and new? Who invented this cash phrase? Whose idea was it? I'm not going to. I'm not going to accept it at all. Yeah, I'm sure they did the idiot that came up with that plan is some guy, some idiot that graduated from Oxford, the Englishman. I think I told you the story. That hypocrite. He's a hypocrite. I'll tell you why is he a hypocrite, Dave. I'll tell you why he's a hypocrite. Number one, number one, he was he had invited his mistress over for some poontang, okay, and the mistress who gave him the poontang was a married woman with a husband and some children. Okay, some children. You know, children are right, little babies, offsprings, little boo boos, little joys of our lives. She brought hello third person, welcome back. Okay, so he brought her in, and guess what that boy had? He had the coronavirus, number 19. That boy infected that woman, and that woman went on home and infected her children and her husband. You know, that bastard should be facing some criminal lawsuits. He's a criminal. Hey, Rob, how are you, Rob? Hey, welcome. Hey, Rob's in the house with Carl. All right, let's party, 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 party hardy. That's right. Talking about that Englishman who designed the quarantine concept. Okay, from Oxford. I believe he's from Oxford University. He looked at the Chinese. I'm okay. It fucking sucks, guy. It sucks. Am I going to have a job when this shit's all over? I don't know. Am I going to run out of a fucking unemployment? I don't know. You know, I don't know what to say, man. Doing okay. I get, I'm here. I'm alive. The body is still here. You know, I don't know how to answer that, but I'm glad. I appreciate you. I appreciate you asking me. I guess I'm okay considering. But getting back to this guy, to this scientist, this virologist, the genius, the brains, the guy with the higher IQ than me, probably by 2 times, because I'm probably on the low end of the totem pole. After he infected her, he decided to take a trip and break quarantine, pretty much like my friend Chris Cuomo, the other hypocrite. We probably know the story about our friend Chris Cuomo. Well, getting back to the English guy, he's still running around. He survived it. Thank God he survived it. I don't know how his mistress. Don't know what happened to the mistress or the hubby and the children. I hope they survived it. I hope they did. But he was one who developed it. He looked at the Chinese model. That's a good idea. Lock them all in. Put them inside. Put them inside their apartment so they can't leave. And what the stupid bastard didn't realize that by doing that, you are weakening their immune system. Because we human beings live in a very hostile environment here on planet Earth. Every time we inhale, we're inhaling little buggers, unfriendly little buggers that our body needs to fight. Oh yeah, Fredo, that's right. Yeah, my buddy Fredo who got really upset when they called it to put down. No, he is a Fredo. He's a Fredo. Stupid jerk. Overpaid and underworked. He's as worse as his brother. He's as bad as his brother. When he went on that tirade on CNN, he had a meltdown, calling those people foolish and everything else because they're outside in the park enjoying themselves. You fool! And they caught you with your wife and another person at your new multi-million-dollar house that you're building out in the Hamptons, huh? How much that costing you, sucker? Huh? You didn't, you tell us that you got to be locked in inside your place for weeks on end and losing your mind. And we're going to give you a few hours to to go outside and have a good time, huh? But you could do whatever you want. You're living, I mean, you'd be living in the lap of luxury, while the rest of us are living in whatever condition that we're living in. Okay, huh? Fucking hypocrite. I wish I had. I wish I could get on CNN and run my mouth. I wish I could get a job on Fox News and run my mouth. Oh yeah, that sucker will be chasing me down the street. I'll be like Bugs Bunny. Come on, you wise guy. Come on there. What's his name? Elmer Fudd. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. That's right. Damn hypocrite. Then, like the resurrection, I love that footage of him emanating. He came from the bottom of his beautiful, luxurious abode in the basement, where he was broadcasting from. 5G, yeah, I know 5G, your brain, yeah. I heard about that too. But what can we do? I can't blow them up. It'd be fun to blow them up. I know that they did. I heard that they did that in Ireland. They blew up one of those towers. Leave it to the Irish. God bless the Irish. And they went boom, boom. No more 5G for you. Yeah, the 5G. That's another can of worms we should open up. Pop goes the weasel. Yeah, 5G. I believe that. I have a real bad feeling that crap is true. There's something that tells me it's true. It's true. Don't listen. I don't want to listen to you. I don't want to listen to you. You're full of crap. I'm not going inside that rabbit hole. Is Elmer in there with you? He is? Hello, Elmer, speak. I don't hear Elmer. I just hear Bugs Bunny. I don't hear Elmer. What happened to Elmer? Did he get whacked down there? Probably did. You're a fool. I told you don't go inside that rabbit hole. I'm no Elmer Fudd. I'm not going inside that freaking rabbit hole. 5G. I heard that they have the ability to turn it up and kill you. They'll fry your brains. Just like you said there. That new technology, those I forgot what it was that I heard. Yeah. And yet people are like, oh, I can download a movie so much better. Yeah. Like you really need to download a movie that quick. Can't wait 10, 15 minutes on 4G. Why why didn't they improve upon what they already had? They had to build up a new elaborate system that costs you millions of dollars so they can charge you a good price. I ain't taking it. In fact, at the end of this month, I'm going to be telling Verizon that I don't want your Fios no more. You're charging me a lot more for Fios. I ain't paying for it no more. I'm going to be getting something. I have something else, and I'm going to get on that instead. It's cheaper. I don't need to be downloading and streaming movies that quick. And it's pretty. Anyway, why? Why? So they can charge you exorbitant prices? Get out of here. In fact, when I called them a couple of weeks ago, I'm out of work, I'm unemployed, blah, 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 can you help me on the price? No, you can't. But we can extend your billing period until May something with no late charges internal. Well, that ain't helping me, boy. Hello, boy. Wake me up. Wake up, boy. I want my cheeseburgers and french fries. Wake up, boy. That ain't helped me out. That's right. The company donated $15. Yeah, right. Donate some of that $50 million to me and people like me who want to keep the internet and not be worried about paying exorbitant. Get out of here. Get out of here. You said thanks, but no thanks. Thanks for nothing. Yeah, screw them. Screw them. Screw them. So, I did a month. Auf Wiedersehen, mein Herrn. Auf Wiedersehen. I'm gonna get rid of it and get some other service at a cheaper price. And I love how they screw you. You have to have the landline in order to have the internet. That makes sense. Of course, that's how they get you by the balls. They get you by the meatballs. Stupid schmuck. They got you by the balls. Screw them. Oh yeah, well, let me give you what happened today. Uh, the mayor, in his infinite wisdom, on yesterday said we can extend the moratorium on non-payment of rent until August, and we'll figure it out then. Oh, oh yeah, that's a solution. We'll figure it out then. We're gonna figure it out then. The poor soul's in debt. If he's paying $1,000 a month, he's he's in the hole for $6,000. And you could pay it off little by little. that's that's killing me. And then in addition to that, he goes in to say, well, you can use their deposit as part of the rent. That's a real solution, genius. Hey, you're an ace. You're an ace, guy. I wish I was there. I wish I could be there, sticking it to him. Oh, stick it. And I tell you, I'm going to make his life. I want to stick that big red and white, that red, white, and blue banana in his face. Open your mouth and take your medicine. Oh, that's right, Mr. Cuomo. You jerk off. And then on top of that, what else did he say? We're going to extend the rent guidelines. We're not going to open up the economy because you're afraid of losing more lives. You're losing them yet anyway. You know, you're going to lose a lot more people when they don't have their businesses anymore, can't go there. What are you going to do? We're going to extend unemployment another palsy 13 weeks. Well, that's right, Rob. People are going to be behind 5 or 6 months. And what are you going to do? Force them into bankruptcy? Is that what you want? The bankruptcy court, the attorneys are going to be crazy to do it for you. Bankruptcy. Yeah. It's insane. It's insane. What is this man thinking? And I love how he just gets up and abruptly leaves. He does the same thing that Trump does. He just and done and goes, bye-bye. Doesn't have enough of you. And his reporters don't have any. They have no spine. They have no spine at all. They're yellow bellies. They're like so delicate and careful with the mayor and with them. One of them said today during de Blasio's speech to the nation or speech to the city about why aren't you harder on these people that even for the people that go outside and do their exercise. You know, I like to slap that guy. Yeah, I'd like to just slap him. Wake up, Sonny. Wake up, Sonny. You're living in a dream world. Just to let you know, Rob, that yesterday a barber was fined $20,000 for giving a guy a haircut quietly. He had his place open, but you can get in. He left the gate door a little too wide open, but someone ratted him out. Someone from his hood ratted him out and told the cops that there's someone doing something suspicious inside there. So the cops go in, gives him a criminal summons and a fine of $20,000. And the guy who's sitting there getting the haircut, he got slapped down with either a criminal summons valued at between $1,000 from $100 to $1,000. Good, huh? Good move. And then my friend, he had the cops pay him a visit. Someone ratted him out and said, "Oh, that man inside that place at Alpha Tax, he's not wearing a mask. Yeah, you got to go in there and give him a ticket. That's right. He's being a bad person. He's inside his business, not wearing a mask." I'm not wearing a mask inside my apartment, am I? No, I'm not. I have to be required to wear a mask inside my damn apartment. I want to practice social distancing with my wife. Yeah, I want to have sex with my wife and social distance with her. Oh, that's possible. That's possible. Get out of here. I think these people are ridiculous. Social this and social that. You expect me to believe that as I'm speaking, my air goes out 6 feet in your direction? There's something called gravity. Keep us down. When you spit, pooey, does the spit go straight 400 feet? No. It goes 4 feet and it goes down because of gravity. These are fictional stories that these people are saying. Huh? And people, they're so scared for their lives. Oh, I'm scared. I'm scared. And they're right. I don't blame them. Because it's a vicious, evil disease. It does all sorts of nasty things to the body. Oh, and the latest one is the oh my goodness, it has a Japanese name, but it seems to be attacking children. The Kawasaki virus. It's another one. Another one. Yeah, just appeared from nowhere. It just said poof, like the Japanese killer hornets. it ain't a green hornet. That green hornet. Remember those hornets with his trusted ally Kato to rule over the evil criminals of the world? No, that came out of nowhere too. Now that's a threat. Yeah, it's a threat here in New York. It's still cold here, dude. They're not going to do too well in cold weather. And that Kawasaki disease. Now it's all over the news feed. Just as when we're going to open up the economy, little by little. I got a funny feeling people are trying to sabotage things. Yeah, we lost our right. America is crumbling. Yeah, because we're letting it crumble. We're letting it crumble. Not the group, not three of us. But they're letting it crumble. I don't believe this. I don't believe this. I don't believe anything that I see anymore. Excuse me. I don't believe it. And then de Blasio said, well, he took away the First Amendment. You cannot protest things. You cannot go in groups. We have to save people's lives. What do you mean save my life? Why don't you give us all health insurance? Give us all health insurance. You're really worried about our health, then why don't you give us health insurance? Huh? You're so bad. Well, what did Cuomo do with these elderly people? Send them back. They had the virus and they sent them back to the nursing homes? Come on, Cuomo. You could do better than that. But they don't ask the hard questions at these press conferences. They're silly billies. One woman did, and he shouted her down. And they accused Trump of being so rude and so disrespectful. Well, that they're busting his chops. So he is who he is, and he goes after him. And what does Cuomo do? He went after her and he berated her. Oh, and then if you haven't heard yet, Rob, on Wednesday, he went into a tirade about people not having, excuse me, I'll get you an example. The mask. Hold on here. Let me close the window. It's getting cold again. Yeah, because people aren't wearing these things. Just bear with me a second. When I need you to work, you don't want to work. And what else is new? He went on, oh, come on. I don't believe it, man. I don't believe it. It doesn't want to come out. They weren't wearing this, a mask. He went on a tirade on national TV because people weren't wearing a mask. Yeah, he called them selfish and awful human beings. That's right. That's That's behavior. That's behavior conducive of of a governor. What he should do is take a trip down to the city and approach people that aren't wearing the mask. He said, with a bag, listen, come over here, my friend. Let's talk. And give them a mask, a reusable mask, a mask of high quality where they can wash it every day and use it again. But but what do they give you? The paper ones that are useless after one day of use. Okay, that's a solution to the problem. And you can't buy them at the local CVS or Drain Reed or Walgreens because they're not there. You have to obtain these things from bootleg, black marketed people that are charging you $65 for 50 masks. Yes, $65 for 50 masks. Yeah, I don't blame you. Because if you want to go in and get your vittles, you got to have the mask on. If you want to have your vittles, that's what you got to do. But if you're walking around in the street, I'm not going to bother. I have mine on the ear, and that's it. I don't worry about it. I can't afford to worry about it. And I was in line with my friend to get some vittles at the vittles store, and he had his mask here for his nose. And the guy, and I can't blame this, not the guy's fault. He's doing his job. He tells me you got to cover your nose. Yeah, he can't even go because he gets claustrophobic. And like I said to Carl earlier in the conversation, that when you inhale and exhale, you're exhaling what? Carbon dioxide. And you're inhaling the carbon dioxide mixed with whatever air that's there. That's not good for you. Look it up online. It's not good for you. Inhaling carbon dioxide, it does damage. It can make you dizzy. It can give you headaches. It's very strange to me. Very, very strange to me. Very, very strange. None of this, I don't get it. And then they had this film, which, I don't know if this is true or not. You guys probably have already seen it, where they're interviewing one of Fauci's assistants, and they fired her, and she's on. Oh, so I don't know, man. Yeah, this stuff is true or not. Let's see. So, Rob, Dave, in Connecticut right now, it's snowing. Snowing in May. On the January, March, April. In May, it's snowing. Get a load of that. It's snowing. In Connecticut. You're in Danbury, Connecticut, right, Carl? That's incredible. It's snowing in Connecticut. Incredible. We're not going to. I hope we have. Well, I mean, I don't want no hot. Let's see. Yeah. Whatever. That's very strange weather. Everything discombobulated here. Yep. I don't know. Is it worth living through these times? But you're supposed to accept my suffering. Accept my suffering. Okay. I think being human is enough to be suffering. Whatever. Yep, it's coming down. It's coming right down, and wind howling too. Have you ever seen weather like this before, Carl? In Connecticut, snow. Yeah, they're overhyping it. Yeah, they've been accused of hyping it. NYU Langone Hospital has been closed down. The ICUs have been closed down, and the doctors and nurses, along with the attendants, have been sent back to their respective ICUs. The hospital ship went away. Remember how Cuomo was crying and complaining about Trump, and he got his hospital ship, and he got the extra ventilators. It's 31 degrees. Yes, it's happened rarely. Yeah. It's cold tonight. It's in the 30s here, I believe. You sent a message here. Yeah, it's 31 degrees and snowing there. Very interesting. Very interesting. I got a text message from a relative of mine. She wants to go to bed. No, no, no. I didn't want to go down there. It's a hassle to go in in that area. It's a hassle. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. Some people have suggested that I should go near the hospitals and video. No, 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 no. Who knows what's down there? I don't want to go down there. There's another guy by the name of Lincoln Karim. He went down there to photograph it. It's like, please. Is it bogus? I don't know if it's bogus, if it's all bogus. I don't know. I wasn't interested. I wasn't in the mood. I'm out of my mind today. I'm out of my mind. Today I thought I put my keys inside my backpack, and I didn't put it inside the right slot. So I went nuts looking for my keys until I put my hand into this other slot, and there it was. There it was. Losing my mind. If you excuse me, just give a quick call to my relative. I'll make it quick and decisive. She'll be on the phone in a second. Yeah. I'm still yapping over here. I have some people. Okay, we've got to go to bed. Then it's probably better for you. You know what I mean? All right, then I love you, and I'll give you a call. Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe I'll give you a call there, and I'll say hello. All right. Have a good night's sleep. Okay. If you're still up, if you want anything, call me. Okay. If you're still up, you call me. All right. I mean that. If you have a problem going to sleep, call me. All right. I'll talk to you later. Sweet dreams. I love you. Love you. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Yeah. She to get to bed early. Okay, yes, you're exaggerating, but Bob, ICU nurses, things improving slowly and still serious, but not great. Improving 18, improving things what goes on, and a lot of viral preventiveness. Yeah, I think well, you probably heard about the Israelis developed some sort of some other vaccine or putting the trials on it, but remdesivir, that's supposed to be effective for right now. Okay, there's some hope in the horizon. Let's open up the economy. Tell your mom I said tell your mom I said hi, and how am I doing? I don't know, man. I really can't give an honest answer. What is my future? What is our future, Rob? What's Rob's future? I don't. One of our friends, Maurice, he's a professional roofer, and he lost his job because of this pandemic, and his boss went to. Oh no, no, no! I'll tell you his date. I'll tell you. He said in yesterday's interview, in yesterday's whatchamacallit, that he's not going to reopen the economy at the risk of having people die, any more people die. Well, we're going to be here forever then. Yeah, well, the Israelis, well, bravo. I'm not surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. I would love to go to the office of the Mossad and ask him, yo, bro, my name is Dave. I'm from the hood here in Astoria. Please tell me who do you suspect is behind this disaster? They know. They know. These people in the Mossad, they know everything. They know what time I got up, what time I brushed my teeth, what time I took a poop and took a piss, and when I did some other things. They know. They know. They're on top of the ball. The CIA didn't know, and the NSA didn't know what was going on in China. Please give me a break. Supposedly, they gave the president a dossier or some paperwork about they're doing something. Oh, please, please. They knew, and the CIA, if it is true that Trump was ignoring their information, yeah, of course they know. They know what happened. They know who did this. They know what they probably even know what happened to the doctor that disappeared into thin air. Yeah, she's the poor thing 6 feet under somewhere. Huh? They popped her. They popped her. Can I get by 20th May to all rents will open their hair salons? Yeah, well, CT is a little better because they know that there are lots of people unemployed, and Connecticut doesn't want to pay any more unemployment. And they're not getting the tax revenue because if you don't pay your rent, the landlord can do one of two things: walk away from the property. Two, I ain't paying you no property taxes this year because you closed down the economy, and my folks ain't paid me no rent. And I gotta pay me my mortgage, and I ain't paying the mortgage company either, so it's gonna foreclose, and I want to lose my property, and you ain't gonna get your property taxes. June, July, yeah. Why? Why? Why did they close? Why? Why they want to torture the people some more? April, May, June, please. You're in Philadelphia, right, Rob? Yeah, I remember that. People must be going nuts. You must be going nuts in Philadelphia. You must be going nuts. I can imagine what the things that you're thinking about. I'll tell you something. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to pretend to be I'm doing good. Mossad is the best. Of course it is. Of course the Mossad is the best, highest professional service covert operation in the world. They remember, Dan? Yeah. I got to give it to them. Bravo. My hat's off to you because you got the cojones. Do what you got to do. But see, those people, they love their little country because they ain't got no place to go. So they love their country. We, on the other hand, I don't think there's much country love for the country anymore. I don't think so. Shoot. Robin Philly, yeah, lucky my mortgage only 600. Lucky. Boy, that's still a lot of money. Yeah, well, I hope that you're able to cover it until then, until this crap is over. But the banks aren't going to give you no forgiveness. I love it. We have to sacrifice, but they don't have to sacrifice. I like that. I don't understand any of this. Rob in Philly, that's right. Gonna open, gonna close. And then you guys are stuck with that soda pop tax. What's that for? Is that supposed to fund some social welfare programs? Okay, all right, I'll pay 5 or 6 cents, 10 cents maybe to get a soda pop if I know that Grandma Schilling is getting high quality food and she's being taken care of in her retirement center. Huh? Shoot. You pay all these taxes and all it does is just fund expensive weapon systems. But then can I blame them? But look what the Chinese are developing. They're no better. It's like everybody has to be the top dog. I got to be the top dog. That's right. I got to be top dog on top of everything. Such bull crap. I'm tired of all this bull crap. Tired of all of them. Tired of the Russians. Tired of the Chinese. Tired of China. Tired of this government. Such bull crap. It's too much to bear. Too much to bear. I make people so uncomfortable when I speak this way. I'm sick of it. We went through 9/11. We went through another economic meltdown in 2008. Now we're going to go through this, and this is induced. This is induced. Huh? It's induced. Please. How much can the American people take? How much can they take? I've had it. Yeah, of course. Of course. But remember, the Mossad loved their country. I wonder if our intelligence agencies love the country as much as they do, because to allow this debacle to happen and not embarrass the president. If it's true that President Trump ignored it, which he probably did and probably didn't, but they should have. I live in Astoria, Queens. I'm out in Long Island. I have to cross the river to get into Manhattan. Families in Florida, but we're here for this mess. But yeah, it's like, a lot of people are being paid off by whom? By whom, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I can't believe some of the things that the mayor and the governor said this week. Well, but I have a little bit of a silver lining. Yeah, that's what they want. Slaves, esclavos. They want slaves. Subservient people. Taking away your rights. The Constitution that doesn't, the Constitution and Bill of Rights does not acknowledge whether it's a pandemic or not. You have your constitutional rights. That's all. They're going to come after your guns. I heard that Pelosi said to the Trump administration, "I'll give you the money if you take away their guns." That's what I heard. Whether it's if there's any truth to it or validity, I don't know. But it sounds like something that she would say. Yeah. Someone's getting paid some big bucks, some mega bucks, and a seat in the CCP. Oh, golly. What a sham. We're living in a sham. We're getting the shaft again. What can you do? People protest. People go out to the streets. They're fighting with the riot police. And the government moves. The government doesn't move. We have to do what they did in the French Revolution. Yep. Now the governor, our mayor said, "You cannot protest. It's against my executive order." An executive order, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. It's not a law. It's an executive order. Yeah, Congress is on vacation. Yeah, I like that one. That's a cute one. They're on vacation, right? They can travel all over they want, anywhere they want, and they're on vacation. Yep, they can do whatever they want, but we'll be locked inside our apartments and our homes. Pelosi is a good ex of a demonic POS trader getting paid with husband in China. She would be at the end of the noose. Yep. That's what Trump wants to do, because I think he has some dirt on Biden and Trump. Listen, all the women are coming out of the woodwork after all these years to complain about this guy's sexual productivities. Now they come out. Why didn't you, well, that's not true, because on the Larry King show, I heard a woman call in the show and tell him, I guess Liz was a congressman there, that, listen, my daughter was sexually harassed 27 years ago. Yeah, on the Larry King show. And what happened? Nothing. These people have so much power to make you disappear. Did you guys hear the story about that medical student who was close to finding a cure for the coronavirus, and he was shot in the head by his friend, and he did it because he was depressed? Do I expect? I don't believe that. I don't believe it. I'm depressed. I'm sad. It's an inside job. Someone whacked the both of them. Someone went in, plush with a silencer, using possibly high velocity bullets or bullets that you can't trace, and they whacked them. And the police are being told, if you want your job, you best be quiet. That's all. Who's going to care? Who's going to really care? Nobody. You think some investigative journalists are going to stick his neck out in the noose and get hung by his neck because he wants to investigate it? No, they don't care. Those days of investigative reporting is long gone. Long gone. Long gone. And people that do it, they get into trouble. They get threats. They get threats. It's gone way out of control. And people aren't reacting to it. Yeah. You guys see did you guys hear about that African American fellow? He was jogging in a very wealthy, well-to-do so-called white neighborhood, and these two dudes went out. One was a former police officer with a shotgun, and popped the guy 3 times with a shotgun. Dear God, what is the matter? Yeah, you saw that. I saw some of the footage, and the footage was too much for me. I'm in a very bad. I am in a very, very, very bad state of mind, and I couldn't watch it. They shot the guy 3 times. Why? Why did you do that? Why? Did he have a mask on and that upset you? That upsetted you? Huh? They shot him not once, not twice, but 3 times. For what? Because he was a black man jogging through a well-to-do white neighborhood, and these men felt threatened? Come on. Do we really need that crap now? Do we read that? Do we really need it? With this freaking bullshit pandemic? They thought he was robbing a house. Yeah. He didn't have any fancy coats or bags to take. I saw the footage. I saw something. The guy was jogging. They thought. I think a lot, and I probably misthink a lot of things. So they shot the man, not once, not twice, but 3 times. And they wonder why people are pissed. Who's robbing houses? Please. I don't believe that. That's an excuse to kill a guy who they don't want. Excuse me. They murdered the man for no reason. And they should be put away in jail for the rest of their lives. Hate to say that. I think I'm in my jail. You took the winds out of my sail. Thought he was thought. I thought he was robbing a house. Well, where's his escape? Where's his vehicle? Where's the car? Where is his exit stage left device? Well, he didn't have a car, did he? He was just running through the neighborhood. Oh yeah, I saw that footage. The guy was sitting on the guy's head. Oh, that's smooth. And he already has I guess he has a list of complaints against him. Why do you tolerate that crap? I mean, if I was the captain and one of my boys did that the first time, nothing personal there, Jimbo, but you're God. I don't need men like you on my police force. We train you thoroughly and well. And this is what you did? And most of all, the police commissioner should say it's against their constitutional rights. A man has right to free to do whatever he wants as long as he's not infringing upon anybody else's freedom. You know, so the guy wasn't wearing a mask. Big whoop-de-doo. Who cares? Yeah, yeah. There's this guy. If you guys have a chance tonight, check out Lincoln Karim on YouTube. He has the most confoundedly fantastic video footage of cops, a few of them not wearing masks and not practicing social distance. Yeah, they're on top of each other talking to two other dudes who were not practicing social distance, having a little snack outside of the bodega in Harlem. Oh, it was entertaining. It's entertaining. Then he has another footage, another video footage of the Chipotle that had a customer in there not wearing his mask. So they called the cops on him. Yeah, he's not wearing a mask. Yeah, they weren't wearing a mask. Yeah. Doesn't anybody see this? Why are we the only ding-dongs that see this? Why are we the only ding-dongs? Like the guy who walked into my friend's tax office without a mask and told him that you're not wearing a mask and you're sitting at the reception table talking to customers without a mask. So he charged not once but twice. And we're talking, and it's a criminal offense because he did not obey an executive order. But he wasn't wearing a mask. But when he came back in with the summons, he was wearing a mask then. Huh? Yes, what's good for you what's good for you is good for you, but for me, I can't do it. Yeah. They're sitting inside their squad car without their mask on, and I've seen them with or without their masks. Like, is any safe there? Where's the social distancing in that? Then this guy, Lincoln Kareem, he has footage of all of them in Harlem, one or two not wearing a mask, and they're on top of each other talking. And then another one where they went to Chipotle's, guy wasn't wearing his mask. They took a footage, taking the videotape of the cops, some of them not having a mask, and they're not social distancing. So he walked over with his helmet on and camera on top of his head. He started measuring the distance between them, and they asked him, "What are you doing?" And he told them, "I'm measuring how far away you should be." And they didn't like it. Yeah, of course, but it's logical. To the liberal mind, that's a logical thing. We don't want to expose them to this coronavirus, so we'll let them go. Instead of putting them inside a hotel, which is probably 10 times better or 100 times better than their cell, put them in a hotel and put them under house arrest and put an ankle bracelet on them to keep an eye on them. That's right, and keep a cop on duty watching them. That makes sense. Of course it does. Yeah. To the liberal mind, it makes sense. I don't know what reasons that they're using to base that decision upon, but look at Cuomo. He's a liberal. He overthinks the issue. He thinks and thinks and thinks and thinks over and over and over again, and he's not able to come to a conclusion. So he mismanaged the problem. Yeah, I got to watch myself walking around the hood with these people. They're dangerous. I'm sure you have a few of them running around in your neighborhood in Philadelphia. How do you put up with that crap? I know I have a couple of friends of mine who said that the moment that this crap is over, they're leaving. They're leaving the state of New York. They're leaving. They are leaving. If I could, and I would like to go to California. It's getting bad. Yeah, little by little it's getting bad. It's like my hair falling out of my head. not in bunches, but one by one, until you have this bald head. You like the bald head? Yeah. It's I can't believe it. I'm going to be posting in a couple of days this other vlog called The World of Masks. And there I videotape people standing in line to get to go shopping. They're all wearing a mask. The street corner, everybody's wearing a mask. I said, boy, a couple of days ago, there were a lot of people there were a fair amount of people not wearing a mask and those that would. I've seen parents, mom and pops, pushing the baby carriage. Both parents don't have a mask, and the baby doesn't have a mask. I'm not ratting him out. It's just an observation. What do you know that I don't know and what I should know? You guys must know something because you're running around here not wearing a mask. And you know how? Oh, you did? Yeah. I got two of them now. I'm happy to see it. I'm happy to see people getting ripped out of their minds. I'm sure they have been getting ripped out of their minds. But when they do it, it lowers their immune system. The alcohol does damage to your immune system. This is what I worry about these people. I really, really hope that I was happy. I actually sat there because I felt happy. Look at these young people. Good for them. They're enjoying the libations and enjoying them. Why one or two of them were drunk. I wonder why they're drunk. I'd like to ask them why. Why are you drunk, my friend? Why are you drunk? Is it because you've been locked up inside your apartment for how many weeks, and you don't have a job, and you're worried about it? Worried about getting another one? Maybe. Come on. I don't blame them. Who am I to judge? I'm not going to judge them. They're having a hard time like me. Maybe I should get ripped. And speaking of getting ripped, my friend Chef Bubba. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Carl. It said you will not get away from anything by running away to another state. It will spread to every state slowly, methodically, but inevitably it will be the whole country. Yeah, you're right. That's what I'm thinking. My reptilian brain, my little brain, my monkey brain is thinking about where to go. You're stuck. Well, they're doing that now because I see them smoking pot on the streets. I have not ever seen a kid do that on the streets. I've seen people do smoke pot on the older N line trains in front of me, smoking in front of me. And then when I saw two undercover cops, I asked him, officer, not for nothing, but these kids were smoking marijuana on the subway platform in the car. Shouldn't you do something? He said, well, you know, sir, that it's been legalized. Really? I know that it's been legalized, but if you catch me inside a restaurant or catch me in the the smoking zone, you're going to give me a ticket, right? If you saw me standing on the platform smoking a cigarette or smoking a cigarette inside the car and getting out, you would summons me. It'd be a civil penalty. I had to pay 75, maybe $100 if I'm lucky. And if he gives me 2 or 3 tickets, it's 100 multiplied by 3, which is $300 for all I know. It's just, but they would go after me if I did it, smoking my pipe or smoking my cigarette. But these kids can do it. Yep, and it's pretty disgusting because I ran into some guy that purchased marijuana inside a light green, transparent green, what do you call it, package. And he got away with it. He just threw it there and just left it there, and so I videotaped it. Nowhere to go. Maybe you're 21 but 57 or older, forget it. Doesn't matter if I'm 21 or 57 or 55 or 60. There's no place to go. I know that in Idaho, has done a good job in controlling it. They sheltered the people that are most vulnerable, and those that had strongest systems. They let them. They allowed them to get the herd. The herd, whatchamacallit, the herd protection. If you get sick, we have plenty of hospital. We have plenty of ICUs and hospital beds. And yet, when I heard stories about that the ventilators aren't doing the right job on these people, not doing the right job, and it's the incorrect treatment to be using in the first place with these people. All the source, I remember who it was. Panos' friend said, "You know how we got rid of it? By guess what? Drinking our urine." What? I'll drink my own urine? I don't think so. It's an old remedy. Oh yeah, I'd rather not even talk about that. We're having issues with the family. I'd rather not be bothered. It's annoying. Whole situation's annoying. Just open up the economy, man. And I hope I have a job I hope I have a job to go back to. That's what I'm worried about. Will I have a job to go to? I went on Craigslist last night. Nada. Nothing. No job posting. Nothing. And I don't feel like if I had a car, I might drive Uber. Yeah, incorrect. It's right. Ventilators will not do the opposite what you need. Yeah, it's being supposedly according to these specialists that it's counterproductive, and then you shouldn't go under it unless you have to. There's something with that fresh air that affects the lungs. That already has or it affects the coronavirus. I don't know. Or it's not compressing and decompressing. And what I remember being told was that it should be in a specialized room where it's a ballast, where all the negative, where all the ions, no, excuse me, where all of the environment is let out, and it works in a pressure system. I'm beyond all of this. The rabbit hole's too deep for me. Yeah, that's my major worry. That's my major worry. Will I have a job afterwards? I even went on last night on Craigslist looking for a bartending job or a waiter's job. Are you kidding? There's nothing out there. Nothing. You want to have an Uber and delivery? Yeah, okay, sure. That's what I want to do. It pays $15 an hour, plus a little wear and tear in the car. It ain't worth it. You got to pay for gas. I don't know if they give you a percentage off your gases working for them, but at the end of the year, if you're smart enough, you keep all of your receipts for your gasoline usage. You can write it off. I thought about doing that myself a couple of months ago. Thought about doing an Uber job. But I didn't want to bother myself with getting a job. Getting a car, getting insurance. Having a car is a liability. It's not a blessing. It's a liability. It's a liability that you have to account for on a regular basis, like oil change, filling up the Freon for the air conditioning, and doing tune-ups and rotating the tires and making sure that it's a liability. To have a car is a liability. It's supposed to make money for you, and it doesn't. All you do is that you spend money on these things. Yep. Major worry is my job. What time is it? 2:03. I don't know if I can pick anybody else up, but we have all three of us together. Yeah, I'm worried about my job. Am I going to have one? I wish my boss would tell me for certain. Hello, number three, per third person. Hello, third person. We're talking about the coronavirus and about our illustrious mayor and governor of the state of New York. And we're going to talk about how they love to pontificate about nothing. I listened to Cuomo, or shall I say de Blasio. It's like a cat spinning itself in mud. It's going nowhere. Or a cat or a dog chasing after its tail. It's going nowhere. Going no. He said, I'm not going to open up the economy if it means economic disaster, but I have to save lives. Are you sure you're saving lives? You need to explain to us what happened with those senior citizens that were returned back to their retirement centers. Please, please. When you're put on a ventilator, and it's the worst thing, air is forced and vent dishes drain out. The malpractice mistakes in the hospital because they're trainees and don't know what they're doing. Yeah, I'm not surprised. They're not surprised. What about those doctors that they graduated early from medical school to practice? Is that smart? I don't know if that's a wise thing or not, but I don't know. They have all those. You have doctors in the air, and you have doctors in the four branches of the military. They can't come down and give a hand. It's your job. Physician, heal thyself. We needed the army. We needed the army and the Marines involved in doing other things besides harassing the citizens of the city because they don't have a mask or don't have access to a mask. And I saw this one bus driver said, "I'm not picking anybody up who doesn't have a mask." Really? Who authorized you to do that? Yep, I was sitting on the bus today and I heard him say that. This is getting serious, man. It's not getting any better. It's getting serious. You can't protest anymore against executive order. Then on top of that, there's no money coming in. This is not a good situation. And the state, the governor said he's going to extend the non-payment of mortgages, rents until August. What do you know that I don't know? Why August? I want to lose my whole summer for this nonsense. De Blasio dope from Park Slope and Il Duce Cuomo blew through all the money. The correct deal. Yeah, they blew all that money. They blew all that money. And his wife, de Blasio, has been accused of embezzling $900 million or something like that. And now he put her in charge of his campaign. Oh, please. Oh, please. There's too much cognitive dissonance. Too much cognitive dissonance. And they think they're doing a good job. They're not doing a good job. People are still getting sick. Cuomo's right. Trump should have stopped not only the Chinese, but the Europeans. The Chinese were being held off, but there were hundreds of Europeans coming to this country for a vacation. And one of them may have had it. A few of them may have had it, and they weren't aware of it. I met this guy today who's, no. Banos told me that he has a friend who's a client of his at the office. He has a taxpayer's office. That his whole family and his whole crew of the restaurant came down sick with the virus. And they were happy that they survived, but they were happy most of all to get it in me so it leaves. I'm done with it. That must be heck to be sitting around. Can you imagine being stuck inside your house with that thing for 2 weeks? And there's no medical advice, no visiting nurse, no visiting the doctor because they're afraid of getting infected? People are scared out of their wits. I'm walking on the street. And the lady sees me and she goes right. I'm like, literally, I'm walking like that, and she comes like this and goes around me, literally around me. There are people that are that afraid. Well, that's a big assumption to have. If you think I might have you, well, you might have it. And when you get into a piss war, De Blasio and his POS partner, partner jail chart, corrupt commies should all end in. Yeah, that's gonna be hard to get. It's gonna be hard to get mud on them. I'm sure they got themselves all covered good. You know, why did this happen when Giuliani was here? I wish Giuliani was here. He would have done something much more divisive and quick. He never. I mean, I'm sure he had his secrets and some things he didn't say or report to the public because he thought it was that. But he thought it was better that way. But he knew how to spend his money from his fancy cars. Must be nice to have a brand new fancy car like that. Yes, yes, yes. Our mayor and our governor, they know what they're doing. Leave it to Beaver. They're doing the right thing. The right darn thing. Well, anyway, guys, it's 2:10 in the morning. I'm getting sleepy, as you could tell. And there's a third person here that I wish they would say something. Hello, third person. Speak up. Contribute to the conversation. We were talking about the coronavirus, the new this new other virus, which just keeps escaping my mind. Uh, it's not the kamikaze. Well, anyway, it's affecting children, and that's a sad part. It's affecting children, and it's related to the coronavirus. I don't know. It's just strange. It just come out of nowhere. I just don't know what's going on. Anyway, guys, I want to sign off. I did 2 hours and 42 minutes. Hope I'll be back here tomorrow at 11 o'clock with some more interesting news items for us to chew on and to enjoy. I like to know if you guys are going to be here. I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. So let's give a virtual hug. Huggy Wuggies. Dave, 900 million to 1 billion they stole that were investigating on de Blasio and oh yeah, and part of possible city council crap, racist group. Yep, yep. They're commies. Good night, Rob. I hope to see you tomorrow, and hope to see you tomorrow, Carl. And the third person, I hope you show up too. I'll be back tomorrow at 10, between 10 and 11. Depends on what time I get done out of this office that I'm doing research online. Because I can't be in this place all day. All day. I might do something tomorrow in the morning or in the afternoon or something, but I'm not too sure. Anyway, guys, have a good night. God be with you. God be with all of us. And as they say, Ave Maria. Ciao. Good night, guys. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow. Bye.